Hello angels and welcome on your new pick a card reading. So today's reading will be about your month of April 2022. So without further ado, I will let you choose between the 4 piles here, and then you can go check the timestamps down below in the description box. So here we have pile number 1, pile number 2, pile number 3, and pile number 4. I will let you a few seconds for you to choose the pile. If you need more time, don't hesitate to pause the video and take as much time as you need. Alright, let's go. Hello pile number 1 and welcome on your reading for April 2022. So here are the cards I got for you. First of all, the first vibe that we get for your April 2022 pile number 1 is happiness. There's lots of happiness, love, not necessarily romantic love, we'll go further on this subject, but there's lots of love, lots of self-love, lots of joy, happiness, but also some time alone. I hear reflection and introspection as well. So this will be a beautiful month, pile number 1. I feel like you just passed a difficult moment in your life, whether it's mentally or things that really happened to you. I'm not saying that mental health is not real. I am well placed to tell you how real it is, but I mean, like events in your life. And I feel like a burden have been removed from your chest. I feel that suddenly you feel light on your path again. You feel light. You feel like all the things that were weighing you down finally disappeared. You let all of this in the past is gone now. And it's your moment to shine again. When I'm talking about shining, there are different kind of ways to shine here. Some are shining by having a healthy life again. Some of you can be about indulging in things you love. It can be career for some of you, but for most of you it's more by your passions, hobbies. So it's possible that in April you find new passions that you didn't know you had. You find new opportunities to try things new to you, and that will really become something you like a lot. Some of you will like those hobbies so much that you will want to make it something bigger, like a business or something. But it will just be an idea. Even if it starts crossing your mind in April, you will grow this steadily, and it's not something that you will rush. So these are new perspectives, there are new horizons, new ideas coming to you in April. And I feel like for some of you who had a dark experiences, or had dark experiences, in the past weeks and months, it was a lot related to not just the weather, but more specifically the light. I feel like some of you are very sensitive to the light and to the intensity of it. It's possible that some of you are very photosensitive. Like the light can really be something that burdens you. I'm suddenly aware that burden is a word I use again and again and again, and in French, burden looks like the word we use to talk about the sound that bees do, and I'm surrounded by bees right now. So it seems like a confirmation from the universe right now. Um, yeah, this dark month, especially for the mental health events for some of you, are related to this light, and having good weather is something that helps you. Of course, it helps everyone, but for you, it's more important. I feel like for those of you who are concerned by this, the moons and the phases of the moons of the moon are very important to you. If I'm saying moons instead of moon, it's like it's possible for some of you that it's a few or sexual bodies in general. I keep saying butterflies since earlier, so it's really the idea of rebirth here, of enjoyment, of freedom as well. And so yeah, if you are sensitive to, if you notice you are sensitive and you don't know why, don't hesitate to study sexual bodies and the movement, because it can affect us greatly. For a long time I was moody and I didn't know why, and I'm still not very I don't have much knowledge about sexual bodies, but I follow some Instagram accounts, for example, some applications on my phone that tell me about it. And every time I feel down or very like I feel lots of energy or things like that, I always realize it's linked to sexual bodies. And I think it's the same for you, and I feel like you're even more sensitive to this than I am. So you really need to pay attention to it, because it can help you to organize your life. If, for example, you have a job in which sometimes you need more energy and others you need to be more calm, you may rely on the planets and the moons and other sexual bodies to know when to do the more calming parts of your job, for example, and the most energetic ones, and this can help you a lot. What I see also here, I talked about it earlier, I see lots of love. I see mainly self-love. I feel like all the things you've been through those last month, are things that really made you doubt yourself to the point that some of you started to hate yourself, and it was time for it to end. But it's not a lot of you, actually. It would be like 5 to 10% of the people who will see this reading. So it's really not all of you, but you still love yourself, but at some point it has decreased still since last year. And okay, so I'm seeing and hearing that you, without noticing it, you tend to compare yourself with nature, like you're a kind of nature spirit. Maybe you are an elemental, so you really need to check it out. It's a kind of star seed. It means that in a past life you were a being that was very, very, very connected to the elements, whether it's one element in particular or a few, according to all the past lives you had. But I feel like you're very linked to elements, and I feel like maybe some fairy nymph souls here. I feel flowers. I feel that you are sensitive to smells as well. Okay, so you are sensitive to light, to smell, and to the colors. I feel like it might seem quite basic, but I feel like just putting perfume on is something that will really make you feel like a whole new person, because you need to feel the nature around you, and having a flowery perfume on can really help you. Maybe having some crystals that you carry around, maybe some bracelets or jewelries with not just crystals, but maybe pearls if you feel drawn to water, or even having a little bottle of water, something like that even. Wow, and we have the blue one. So yeah, I feel like I see lots of butterflies again, as I said, so hair may be something important for you. I feel like according to which element you feel called to, and I feel like I don't need to tell you because you know which one it is. If it's trees, go to a forest. If it's the sea, try to go as much as you can, of course, according to where you live, but try to get closer to water, and especially the sea water, or even buy fishes and put them in a tank at home. I think those elements around you, even just a little bit, can help you. If you feel close to flowers, have flowers around you. Yeah, I feel like some of you will even feel drawn to have an orange tree just in front of me, and yeah, I feel people who would also be called to be closer to fruit trees as well. So if you have space at home, don't hesitate to grow one. And here we have self-love everywhere. It's dripping self-love in this reading, but also we have love for others. I feel like friendship with feminine souls. So be careful. Feminine souls are souls that are more yin than yang. It's not about being a woman or a man. It's really about the energy you embody. Okay? So you can be a man, you can be straight and be a yin. Okay? It's really about the soul. It has nothing to do with your body or how you were born or things like that. Okay? And with this more like feminine vibe here, I feel lots of connection with new people, because the elemental idea thing comes back again and again and again. I feel like you will be drawn or even meet and become friends with people who are elemental in past lives. So people who shared similar past lives as you, people who have incarnated in the similar elemental things, and so they will be drawn to you as you will be drawn to them. Ooh, this was a pigeon. And also I feel like some of these people can be your soulmates. Here we still have the idea, as I said earlier, of introspection. So at times you can be facing things that will be hard mentally to deal with, not because it will hurt you in your life or get you stuck or things like that, but more that there are truths about you that may be quite dark and are hard for you to face, and the universe is telling me that you need to face them and you need to find a balance. Just like you, I feel like you are souls who already lived a certain number of lives, and so you have found a balance between your energies, as I said, masculine and feminine energies, but I feel like you also need to find the balance, and this is what you're called to do here. That's why we have light, darkness, light, darkness, light. You tend to be much more on the light side, but it's something that elementals have a tendency to do. And here you are told to find a balance between your darkness and your light inside, to really be able to embody yourself, not just in those passions we were talking about, but in your life in general. I feel like some of you will be helped by lighting candles at night and maybe recite some mantras or do some prayers at night according to what you believe in and what you feel comfortable with. But I feel like this is a thing that can help some of you as well. I feel like also some of you will reconnect with your mothers or mother figures in your life. Another thing that I see here is that some of you may get pregnant. If it's something that you want, I think it's the right moment to try. But also here, be careful for those who don't want to be mothers, because it's possible that You might get pregnant without trying and wanted to for some of you as well. So be careful with that. And also the last element that I see here for you, pile number 1, is that some of you will meet a special someone, a future significant other, and I hear that this person is going to be a soulmate. So someone that will trigger you as much as those darkness. It's possible that you face your darkness by facing you. Sorry, I keep on hitting you since earlier. So yeah, this soulmate can trigger you, but it's for the greater good, and it's to find the balance between you both. And if you are feminine, this person will more likely be a masculine energy, will embody this other energy the most. But the universe tell me that you need to remember you are not trapped. You just need to let space for new ways, new horizons, new visions, as we said earlier. And it's just a question of point of view. And at first it can seem difficult to get along together maybe, but you need to discuss it, you need to understand each other and to find the common ground. It's all about balance here for you, pile number 1. So this was your reading, pile number 1. I hope this was a great. Don't hesitate to tell me in the comment section down below. And if you like this video, don't hesitate to put a thumb up and to follow me. I'll see you next time. Bye. Hello, pile number 2, and welcome on your reading. So let's discover right away about your month of April 2022. So I feel lots of time for yourself here, lots of self-care, and also some divine connections. The first thing I feel here about number 2 is that you are really connected to, I want to say water. It's not what I was feeling at first, but yeah, I feel water here still, but I guess it's better because water is the emotions and you're really connected to your emotions now. I feel a sense of danger on your part here, pile number 2. I feel like you're surrounded by people who didn't make you feel right, people, maybe toxic people who may have been trying to scam you or to use you or to sorry, there were wasps, so I was trying to open the door for it to go out. So yeah, I feel like there are people who don't make you feel good, who don't make you feel safe, who used to be around you for a long time. Maybe you grew up in a toxic household and you finally get free and you finally live alone, and so they are not here with you all the time. I don't feel like you all totally cut ties with those people, but you definitely got free and you are trying to save yourself, not just from those people, but all the limiting beliefs, all the self-criticism and judgment and the lack of confidence they created in you over the years, because I feel like they've been here for a long time. If not yours, it's lots of months. I feel like for some people it's also some people you've been working with, or can also be some friends. I feel like also some of you are still around those people, but you just learn how to cut them out, how to cut ties for them not to have any bad impact on you anymore. And yeah, I feel like whether it's a book you read or you find a website talking about it, maybe some Instagram pages, because I see the Instagram logo, it's possible that you find people who talk about well-being and it helped you following them. I feel like some of you also use some apps. Maybe the app Fabulous, if you know it. I have a feeling for this one as well. And yeah, you understood the power of self-care and how it can, by putting together little things like habits or routines or just actions to do here and there to take care of yourself, how powerful it can be in the end if you put everything together. So I feel like for some of you, you try, for example, feng shui at home, or you need to. Some interior perfumes as well can help some of you. Crystals, yeah, very elemental things, but here what spirits really try to tell is that you need to focus on each sense. For example, wearing clothes that feel good on your skin, for example, silk or satin if you like it. Take self-care bath can also help. Can you hear that? There's a big actually I don't know how to say it in English. It looks like a bee, but instead of being just yellow and black, it's yellow, black and white in the end of its body, and there's a big one, like big like my thumb, just there trying to get out. They cannot find the door I just opened. So yeah, I'm sorry for my little fellow and the noise it makes if you hear it. So yeah, whether it's the things you touch on your body, taking care of yourself, you like bath, taking bath. I see some witches here taking some witchy bath with the crystal and maybe some petals, whether it's roses, because here this deck is about roses. I see poppies as well, some magnolia maybe. Overall I see mostly pink flowers here. Prunus, what's the name in English? Like, you know, the Japanese sakura trees, like the flowers, the petal, the flowers, sorry, I couldn't find my words. Anyway, you are learning how to honor yourself, and for some of you, you're also learning how to worship yourself, which is very beautiful because we all have a divine self inside of us, and when we realize it, it really changes the way we see ourselves. I also see that this, all of this self-care and 5 senses self-care will make you shine inside in the comfort of your home, but also outside. Whether you go shopping or at work, people will see you be more confident, and what they will notice much more than your confidence for those who know you, they will also notice that you are someone different. And the beautiful thing here is that those people will understand right away because they know you used to be shy. For a lot of you, actually, pile number 2. And I can start smiling because in fact they will be happy to see you like this because they knew you were shy. They knew you had the habit to always hide yourself, to not talk about yourself, maybe not to, like, wearing clothes that would hide your body, whether it comes from a complex or just a wish to be transparent that you had because you thought that people wouldn't love you the way you are, whether it comes from like a complex or something even more elaborated than that, but they will understand that you are changing, but the new version of you they see is actually the real you. And I feel like you're someone so sweet, so pure, so innocent, but not in the naive and childish way of it, but more in the refreshing and the way that makes people feel good, that makes them forget their worries. I feel like if you work as a nurse, or if you do Reiki meditation sessions for other people and things like that, this would be really careers in which you can thrive because you have this healing aura. You are a healer, and you being yourself seems to be the first step of a new life. I feel like there's an awakening here too. It's not just self-care, but there's also a spiritual awakening. You realizing that there are much more things in life than what it seems if you didn't believe in anything much, or you realizing how things work. No matter where you are spiritually, if you are spiritual or not, you are going to go another direction. You are going to learn new things, and learning those new things, understanding new things about the world, will help you understand yourself. And this will let me tell you, this change is this change in you is only the beginning. In fact, there's much more to come after. Now you're waking up to yourself, but later, and the divine in yourself, but later you will wake up to the beauty of the world, to the magic all around. No matter what word you use to describe this thing that is far beyond what we consider to be a reality or normal even, you will see there's much more. You will understand. You will see signs and synchronicities as well, I hear. Oh. Okay, no matter what you believe in, all this more is how to say it in English? Esoteric. All of this more esoterical, esoteric, I just said it. All of this more esoteric things that you will discover, whether it's a part of your region or beyond that, I feel like you don't know it yet, but it comes from your mother line. I feel like it's something that your mother was taught by a mother who was taught by a mother, etc., etc. There's a long line that descended to you, and there's much more understanding the world from the women of your family that you know of for now. It's funny because I talked about it with someone some days ago, and I just had a vision of her passing in front of my eyes now, so it's possible that she will see this. But yeah, there's a mother line here, and along this path to becoming you yourself even more, I feel like at some points you will maybe come across some pictures of your mom when she was younger, or your grandma, your grandma. You will be like, wow, I look like her so much, it feels like I'm her. But keep in mind that you are your own person, and you will not just take what they give you, but each generation, each person who shares those secrets that you will be told by your family, everyone brings new things, everyone discovers new things, and you will too. Don't doubt that. I feel like because you did have much confidence, you might believe that you won't make a change in it, but you will definitely. Whether this toxicity comes from your family or not won't make it any less real, and those things and secrets are here. And maybe for some of you, if the toxicity comes from your mother, for example, it may be because they feel like you are much more powerful than them, and they may be jealous. I feel like since a child you had some gifts that you didn't realize, and yeah, I feel like some of you will discover that you are empath more likely, but some of you can also be psychic. I see lots of psychics here. I see some witchy family members, most likely women, but I see also some people who may be worshipping fairies. I see fairy houses in trees, things like that, fairy gardens. So if you have family members who garden a lot, maybe you would like to pay attention to what they say, to the way they do it, or even to the books they have at home, because I feel like there are books about fairy gardens and some of your family houses, libraries for some of you, shelves, I couldn't find the word. I feel like in some of your families there's some family jewelry that are passed down generations with some specific crystals, or even maybe pearls or things like that. And this also, I mean, the properties of these jewelries are because the person who first bought or made, even for some of you, those in the past wanted those kind of people to rule the family for a long time, so they had this passed down for a reason, for a specific reason, not always one with good intentions, so be careful. And I also feel like some, whether it was after in the family line, some people had it after, whether it's the first person who had it and passed it down, but I feel like some people charted with energies, and the ones who did are more likely to not have good intentions. So if you have this kind of jewelries or things in your family, don't hesitate to look up on how to purify, how to cleanse and recharge objects, because it will help you. And if you notice a change in you, especially a negative one, since you got this or these objects, jewelries or whatever given to you, you might want to clean it. So look into it and try it. And I feel like for some of you, you will totally see the difference. So yeah, this is all for you, pile number 2. So this really will be a month of change, of rebirth, of embodying finally who you truly are, but also of learning many things about yourself, about your family, about people who surround you, and to decide what to do with all of the information that you get, to decide where you want to start your new life from now. So I hope that this was okay. Don't hesitate to tell me in the comment section down below, and don't hesitate if you like the video to put a thumb up and to follow me, and I hope to see you next time. Bye. Hello pile number 3 and welcome on your reading. So let's discover right away about your month of April 2022. So pile number 3, I see I see that you're already spiritual. You are someone who learned a lot about spiritualities over the past years, I would say mostly. You're also a soul who learned a lot in past lives. But I feel like you already know it. I feel like right now what you focus on the most is discovering about yourself. I'm not talking about discovering why you have, I don't know, where in your family does your blue eyes come from or things like that, but more things like the origins of your soul, past lives. I don't feel like I'm teaching you anything by telling you this, honestly. Pile number 3, you are more likely an old soul, but still I feel like you are very optimistic and joyful, which makes you feel often like a younger soul to people who may be spiritual as well. When they meet you, they're like, oh, this person is a young soul. But no, you just you're an old soul, but who lived rather happy and not too traumatic past lives, or for those who lived very traumatic things, you already healed all of that in past lives. You don't carry much karma and much traumas, whether it's from this life or past life, and this helps you grow even further, because you don't have to fight all of these inner demons that other people could be fighting when they discover the spirituality in themselves. So yeah, I feel like your current obsession is discovering about who you are on a deeper level, more on a soul level. I feel like you're also interested for some of you in soul connections, the connections you may have with other souls, but it's just that you come across it in your researches about your soul for now, but you, how to say, you are like, oh, that seems interesting, but right now that's not what I'm focusing on. But you indirectly, without looking for this specifically, you learn on this too, which is good, because I see some some meeting with some soul family and soul tribe members here. So yeah, it's good. It's very good. What I see here is that all of these things that you are learning are here to take you to the next step, to the person you need to be, because you are not just here to learn about yourself in this life, but you're also here to start making an impact on other people. I would say there are souls in this life incarnate for big, like really big, kind of impressive things actually. I feel like for you it's more of a training life for you to have this impact in future lives actually. So yeah, you are a soul that the universe trusts. You are likely to be someone kind, someone who cares about others, but you are not naive. We tend to think that people like this tend to be naive as well, but everyone is different, and in your case you have some abilities, whether it's empathy or whether it's psychic gifts. I feel like most of you have both actually. You know how to use it. You don't just have them, you already started to learn. You didn't finish, but you already started to learn how to use those. And you feel people and you see through them, and when people are bad, you just don't let them in. You don't let them in your life. You're quite selective. Let's say that for those who like Harry Potter here, at first people can feel you are kind of a Hufflepuff and you are too naive and you are too kind, but in fact you're much more of a Slytherin, even Ravenclaw, that people think. You know much more that you seem, you see much more that you seem, and you are much more courageous. So you also have some Gryffindor vibe here, and people don't see that, but you have all of this. And the reason why you have all of this is because you have been trained for this in lifetimes, for you to be ready in this life. And I feel like if you are called to come here on this reading today, it is because some of you started to see some synchronicities. There are things, there are signs coming around you. And you understand that it's the beginning of your training for you to live this. I feel like most of you won't do this alone actually. So whether it's a passion, whether I feel lots of feminine energy, but here I'm not saying that you have divine feminines, but it's more likely that you are very creative, that you love to create, you love to make things beautiful. I feel like you have the need for people to see it, most likely through social media, but for some of you, you can go to markets, for example, like flea markets, and to sell, for example, paintings if you do, or I see lots of makeup artists too here, maybe some tattoo artists too. You are very interesting in visual beauty, and some of you also like making some music or even singing. Some of you are mermaids, by the way. But no matter where it comes from, this beauty and the fact that you feel the need to show it, to share it with others, it is because it's what you want to do. And I feel like for some of you, you wanted to do it for a long time, before a long time, whether it was for like of confidence, whether it was because you felt like you were not different from the others and you wanted to stand out, and so you felt like it wasn't enough, or you felt like other people were already doing what you were doing, so it's not necessary sorry, something personal inside of you was blocking you, or you were self-sabotaging yourself. For some of you, you couldn't open your throat chakra. That's why I suddenly have a hard time talking, which I didn't have since the beginning of this video. So yeah, actually my throat chakra feels very uneasy right now, so don't hesitate to do some chakra balancing meditation. And if you really feel the need to, don't hesitate to do it a lot, like a few times a week, even every day if you really need to. Personally, when I feel like I really need it, I do it when I wake up and when I go to bed each day. I know it can seem a lot, especially if you're pretty busy, but it takes 10 minutes for a meditation, and it really helps. Honestly, the one I do is called the 7 minutes chakra meditation on YouTube. It's like, yeah, just 1 minute for each chakra. So, and you instantly feel better, and the more you do it, and the better you feel. So don't overlook this advice I'm giving you here. And by the way, each chakra in the human body is related to a color. And the first thing that impressed me when I got your cards, part number 3, is all the colors. Each card is a different color, and we also have lots of water. Like we have drops of water here and here. We have the water here. And I know this are flowers, but sincerely, every time I look at it, I see water. So to me, there's water here as well. So yeah, you are growing, you are putting your emotions in check, you are stepping into your own power, and self-love helps you a lot with that. Little by little, you are becoming the person you're supposed to be in this life. And I felt like at sometimes it might be challenging, especially emotionally, because you feel inside, you feel the energy pulling you, but you don't know which direction to go. And it's something I lived a lot, so I can tell you about this. If you feel this, know that the universe is calling you to do what you need to do. Whatever you do, you will never be on the wrong path. And I feel like it's something you may worry about, because at some point, sometimes you are connected, but sometimes you have a hard time connecting with it. You are changing very rapidly, and this can be sometimes a cause of doubt. Lots of doubts. But the universe is well organized. You will never be on the wrong path. Number one thing to never forget, and number two thing to never forget, is that whatever you love and feel called to do, this is it. That's why we call it the calling. The universe put you in this life for you to like things, because those things are what you need to do. So if you do music, for example, but there are lots of examples, as I said here, and you feel the need to share your music right now, like opening a YouTube channel to share it, or make a SoundCloud or whatever, do it. Even if you don't know how to do for now, even if there are things you are yet to discover, it will come as you go, but just do it. First, because you will feel the more alive, and feeling the most alive you feel, the closer you are to this calling. and your life is healed now, or almost healed, and now you need emotions, you need actions, you need things to excite you in this life. And you may meet, for some of you, for most of you in fact, people along the way from your soul tribe or soul family, as I said, who will help you, whether it's they are doing the same thing as you and you will become friends and work together, or just they will give you types and you will work on each one of your own projects, or there are people who do something else and you can hire them for them to help you, things like that. But this passion of yours is something you wanted to do for a long time and you blocked for a long time, and doing it finally, you might get obsessed with it, because you're someone who tends to get obsessed when you're into something you love. And here you are reminded that if you're not careful, by the end of the month, you will be so into your project that you won't take time to take care of yourself. So the universe is like, do it, but continue nurturing yourself, continue taking care of yourself. Find a balance between this passion and your life. Because if you have imbalance, at some point it won't work anymore. And you don't want to take a pause now, you want to keep going. So keep everything in balance. So this is all for you, pile number 3. I really hope that this was great. Don't hesitate to tell me in the comment section down below if it was. And yeah, if you like this video, put a thumb up and don't forget to follow me for more videos to come. Have a happy week. See you next time. Bye. Hello, pile number 4, and welcome on your reading about your month of April 2022. So let's see right away what will happen for you in this new month to come. Wow, okay, so right away, pile number 4. I need it sometimes because those cards evoke lots of different things, but I see a very sudden and important growth and even uplift in your life, I'd say. I feel like most of you had a very, or even several, but there were especially one memory that you keep in mind of this, like a big event that happened to you last year, something that really was very difficult, whether you lost a family member you were close to, maybe you suddenly lost your job you were working, like you were doing for maybe the 20 last years, and you loved it and you thought everything was right, and suddenly you didn't have a job anymore and you didn't know how to take care of your family, or I don't know, maybe you had floods, or your house burned, so something very sudden, unexpected, and that left you with lots of difficulties afterwards for a long time. And I feel like this is finally gone far, and you started to have a normal life again, and you started to heal too inside. For example, if you're divorced, you start little by little to trust new people again. Or if your house burns, suddenly you are not scared to light a candle, even if it's something you love but you didn't do for a year because your house burned, for example. And yeah, all the traumas and all the blockages created by this event are little by little coming back to normal. The wound is still here. The wound is still here and quite open, but it's healing, and you are healing in it with it. And it's also a mental thing, an emotional thing. It's not just you getting your life back together, but yeah. Okay, I don't want to wake up like all wounds related to those things, but I feel like some of you, and especially for the fire example, I feel like some of you had your skin burnt there, and you rediscovered trust in things around you, but you're also trying to live with it, or maybe you train makeup and you're trying to feel beautiful again, even if for a long time you had a hard time accepting this. I feel like there were also some car accidents. People cannot work anymore. I see some people whose children may have died of drowning. It's the emotions are very heavy for you, pile number 4. Yeah, it's very traumatic. Honestly, I see a little boy at sea drowning. I see your grandma in a wheelchair dying as well. And there are lots of spirits here. Let me concentrate to see if there's any more messages coming from them. I feel like for those who lost a family member, you were here when it happened. Whether you saw it happening or not, you were here and you feel guilty. And they tell you that it's not your fault, it was the time. It was the time to go because they had other things to do in next lives. Their souls were called elsewhere, where people needed them more. And if they left, it's because you were able to do things on your own as well. And even if it's hard to accept, you need to. I hear that little boy saying, "Daddy, I love you." And he doesn't want you to cry. What a strong little boy. Okay, so I hope this wasn't too hard to hear for, like, if it's not what happened to you, I hope this wasn't so hard for you to hear. What spirits want you to know is that the future is bright, no matter what happened. And you healed, or you are at the end of this healing time. You are taking back your power. You are healing. You are getting your life together, but you're even going further. Like, for example, if I feel that some of you had a cancer, and I see some people lost their hair as well. And now you're getting your life together, you are healed, and you, for example, made an association to help for the research, or you are trying to raise funds for the research and things like that. You're going further, whether it's related directly, as I said, with the funds for the cancer victims, or any other way. You are trying to go further in life. Some of you will try to have this dream life you gave up on a long time ago. You try to do things to feel alive and to show life you were right to save me, you were right to help me go through this, because this is all the things I have to offer. And you are becoming someone needed for a lot of people. You help lots of people, and this success is not really measured in money, in career, but it's more success on a human, based on a humanitarian point of view. You are successful because you help others, because you make lots of lives easier, whether it's like your creativity, ideas, inspiration. Some of you will use your heart and your passions to share this. Some of you will feel the need to talk about your experience, but any other things as well. But you will express yourself, I see a rainbow here, kind of. So I feel like all the colors are coming back into your life. So you are meant to shine and you're growing on a spiritual point of view. And I feel like you will go even further on the spiritual side and you will understand on a spiritual point of view why all of these things happen to you. I hear don't chase for the dead. The universe wants you to learn more because you will help. You have an important life missions for humanity. An important or a few important life missions for humanity in this life. But you cannot live in the past, and you cannot go and chase for the dead. Trust the universe to take care of them, and you will come back to them one day in another life. But for now, you need to be here. You need to grow. You need to learn. You need to understand things and to use it, whether it's through like painting, writing, singing, even as a spiritual professional. But use your creativity, ideas, inspiration. Do what you feel called to do, what you want to do, because this is your calling. And you will do great things. And this month is really the month when you will realize all of it, and you will do your grieving and move on. So this is all for you, pile number 4. I hope that this reading was accurate. Don't hesitate to tell me in the comment section down below if it was. And don't hesitate to put a thumb up and to follow me if you liked this video. I hope to see you next time. Bye!